If you stopped making progress with calisthenics, you're not alone. Most people don't know why their progress stalled either, and it's not because they've reached their calisthenics limit. It's because they're either missing one or all of these 8 things I'm about to show you. Starting with the first one. How you perform the rep itself, because changing the speed of an exercise can completely change the demand it places on your body. The tempo also determines which muscle fibers you're emphasizing. Slow, controlled reps keep the muscle under tension longer, targeting more type 1 slow twitch muscle fibers, building control and strength through a full range of motion. Explosive reps, on the other hand, are different. They shift the demand toward type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers, requiring you to generate more force to move the same body weight faster, allowing you to create a progressive overload without having to add any extra weight. And a great way to get the benefits of both is to combine slow, controlled reps with fast, explosive ones in the same set, having you develop both fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers. The next thing you can do to make sure you never stop making gains with calisthenics is to reduce your rest time. So that literally means just rest for a less amount of time from your last set. So let's go right back up. And I'm sure you already know, reducing rest is one of the ways to create a progressive overload. But instead of guessing how much to reduce your rest by, you should try EMOM style workouts. You start each exercise every minute on the minute for a set number of reps, and rest during the remainder of time within that minute after reaching your rep goal. And as fatigue builds, your rest naturally gets shorter. Same exercises, same reps, but the resistance keeps building. This next one should also be obvious to you. That's adding more volume through reps and sets. And hopefully you're already doing that. But another way to apply this rule, which you've probably never tried, is with pyramid sets. You work your way up in reps over multiple sets. For example, 1 rep, then 2 reps, then 3, all the way up and then back down. Every week or 2, you add another layer to the pyramid. This lets you accumulate a higher number of reps strategically. You build up to fatigue at the peak, then continue pushing volume even as fatigue sets in, because the reps naturally decrease on the way down. It's a simple way to increase your total volume or workload and keep progressing without turning every set into a grind. Archers are another way to keep increasing the demand so that you never plateau. And they don't just allow you to train one side at a time while the other supports. Each rep forces you to shift your body weight from one side to the other while you stay in control, making a progressive overload easy to create when incorporating. And it's intuitively the next step once you've mastered normal reps with 2 hands. And the weight transfer alone demands strength, coordination, and stability. One arm or leg becomes the main working side. Then that role switches mid-movement, unlike with single limb exercises like the 1-arm pull-up or push-up, where the load stays fixed on one side. And as you're trying to build your strength to that 1-arm level, archer-style exercises are a great midway point between dual limb and completely single limb exercises. Now, I shouldn't have to explain this next one, how an exercise that's normally done with 2 limbs is a lot harder when it's done with 1. And that's how you create a progressive overload. 1 limb now has to lift and stabilize your entire body weight, doubling the load on the working side to make up for the resting arm. But if you can't do single limb exercises yet, you can still get their benefits training them assisted. You're still working on 1 limb at a time, just with support. And unlike archers, the load never shifts from side to side, so all the tension stays on the same limb, letting you really focus on isolating and strengthening each side of your body completely. The next thing you can do to make endless progress in calisthenics is simply to do an exercise more often. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is the grease the groove method. You aren't focused on feeling sore or pushing to your max. It's about frequent, high-quality practice. You basically just repeat an exercise or skill throughout the day, usually just doing 1 set without going to failure, multiple times a day with lots of rest in between. I like to do it every hour. I use this a lot with my own skill training and allows my body to gradually adapt to a very difficult exercise or load. It's how I'm able to hit a planche pretty much anytime, anywhere without ever being too sore, while still getting stronger over time. Each rep is practice for your nervous system, and over time, coordination improves, effort drops, and strength goes up without having to chase fatigue. The next thing you can do to make sure you never hit a wall in calisthenics is to change the angle of an exercise. And if you've been watching my channel, you already know this. You know the progressions, you know how different angles apply more or less resistance onto an exercise, and you know how to scale movements up or down to make them easier or harder. But there's still small changes you can make to those same exercises to completely change the difficulty. If you always do front levers with the standard grip, try them underhand. If you usually do elevated push-ups with your hands on the ground, to scale up from your push-ups, try them on parallettes with straight or neutral grips. The angle might look the same, but the balance and even muscle engagement can change.
And finally, one of the most fun but challenging ways to never stop progressing in calisthenics is doing combos.
You basically just link multiple movements together without rest, usually done without having your feet touch the ground. This is something I did a lot at the start of my calisthenics journey to progress super fast, and I still do it today. A good one to try is muscle-ups, followed by straight bar dips, and then pull-ups without letting go of the bar. And each added movement increases time under tension, fatigue, and the strength gains you'll make from that set.
Here's an extra but very important tip. You can still create a progressive overload and continue to make gains using the same combination and even the same amount of reps. All you have to do is change the order of the combination. Now, I'm gonna show you a quick example that you can try right now with me. We're gonna go for a 3 exercise combo, 3 reps each. That's tuck raises, tuck planche hold, and tuck planche push-ups. And that's actually the easiest order. We're gonna go for it right now. Hold 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3. All right, and there we have the combo. Now we're gonna create a progressive overload and continue to make it more difficult and make more gains by switching up the combination. Next, we're gonna try to go for planche push-ups, then raises, and then hold at the end. This is gonna be significantly more difficult. And that's because this order of the combination is harder to perform. And if you don't believe me, I want you to get down right now and give it a shot yourself. Let's go for it. See, it's a lot harder to go from there to the raises. And then, boom, hold 1, 2, and 3. All right, so that one was a lot more difficult than the first one, but we can still continue to make this more difficult if we switch the order again. So same reps, same exercises, but changing the order, we're gonna continue to make gains. This time, we'll go for the push-ups, the hold for 3 seconds, and then the raises. Let's go for it. Hold, raise. That was the most difficult out of all 3. And if you wanted to, you can still continue to change the order. For example, go for a hold, planche push-up, then raise, or even continue to increase the combo. If one order is too difficult, try to make it into an easier order and then increase the combo. That's a great hack to increase your volume and intensity, to then go back to the more difficult but smaller combo, and you're gonna be able to master it. So there you have it, 8 different ways to take your calisthenics training to the next level so that you never stop progressing. I don't want to hear any more excuses on why you can't build muscle or keep making gains with calisthenics. I give you guys the blueprint and all the secrets every single week right here on the YouTube channel. All you got to do is subscribe, hit the notification so that you never miss out on a video, and you're going to get in your best shape of your life just by watching every week and tuning in. So if you enjoyed the video and you learned something, please smash the like button, I really appreciate it, and comment down below. Let me know what you want the next video topic to be about, and I'll definitely lock in and make that for you. And if you want all of these tips and this training style embedded into all your workouts and workout programs, you need to download the Calisthenics app right now for free in the App Store. You'll get full access to all my workout programs and technique guides that have all these techniques in them, getting you in the best shape of your life and teaching you the most advanced calisthenics skills. Now, I have a really exciting video that I'm gonna be dropping for you guys next week, but in the meantime, check out this other video that's gonna have you in the best shape of your life, and I'll see you next Tuesday, 11 a.m. USA Eastern Time. Mad love, peace out, baby.